Station, Texas, home of the Texas A&M Aggies, and tonight the lights are shining brightly on the home of the 12th man as this crowd is ready to gig 'em and get another season of Aggie football underway. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Aggies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw. It's Leonard. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Right back to the well. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. Finds the tight end. Ripping through the defense. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. Got that second down.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say, maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Now rolling to the left. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Scanning the field, it's Leonard. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Evans. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They'll try to add another to their lead. Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, and especially when the offense coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use him early and often.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Drag down. But not before getting the first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback adapting. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Fourth down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking for space, it's Love. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his kick.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Back open in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll try the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Tosses to the quarterback. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Leonard. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Running it back, it's Moss. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll leave it with him. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Aggies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Off the boot, looking for his man. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Quarterback moving. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently.
He gets it in! Touchdown, Texas A&M! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Young. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set for the second half kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Reed. On the run, fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Muhammad. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After run, now throw. It's complete to the right. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by a field goal over Penn State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Some misdirection with the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He makes a catch. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's open on the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Getting some heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Final play of the quarter coming. On the move. Sweet feet on the move. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Finds his tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed. Coming from the outside, he was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Looking deep down the right side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season. And it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Fights off a defender. He now has 85 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get enough.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man to the left.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Want to get the first down.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Brings up second down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down. Got a man. It's Love. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. The 20. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over Penn State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Collins. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the court.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the